Hello everybody, welcome to my weird wonderful world, and this is the second video out of my 3 videos for today. I made a video just a little earlier, and it's to do with some new purchases I made today. So I'll leave that right up here at the end of the video eventually, maybe not right away, but soon after, once I get everything organized. But I am on a thread, okay, that was started. Well, it was started by the vinyl Northern Vinyl guy, and followed by the CD Cave, which is I'm following him. I'm following the CD Cave, and I'm following this thread, which is talking about royalty. Well, anything that kind of names royalty, it could be in the name of the band, it could be in the title of the album, or it could be a song title. So as long as it mentions something royal, something, in some way. I have a few examples. I'm really going to go through this quickly. I don't want to make this a long video at all. Just so we'll start with the most obvious one I have, and this is all I have of the band, but I can show both. I have the Queen icon, which is greatest hits, and then the Bohemian Rhapsody soundtrack. And I will be getting some more proper Queen eventually, some maybe a couple of the albums in that, but these are nice to have. We'll see how that goes with getting some more Queen, because I do like Queen, but yeah, there's so much other stuff I kind of want to get first, but I do like Queen. And so Queen, that's royalty. Of course, you can't go without saying King Gizzard. It's right there, King, and King Crimson. They both start with the word King, so they totally count. Those are the bands that I have that have King in the, or Queen, that is royalty in the name of the band itself. Now we're going to go with some album titles that have some royalty in there. And of course, what was mentioned on the CD Cave, and I'm also mentioning, is the Farewell to Kings by Rush. Kings. So that's mentioning some royalty. This is a thread that started from last weekend. It's because of the of Victoria Day. This is mostly for Canadians, absolutely, because we're celebrating. It was celebrating Victoria Day, which is last weekend, and this is what the thread is all about. So for all kings, you know, Anthrax. That's a title with some royalty in it. And how about Tragic Kingdom? Kingdom, that and denotes royalty. So I think that counts. Tragic Kingdom. It's right there in the name, King. It's his kingdom. Now we're gonna go with some songs that have the title, what has some royalty in the titles. Of course, you can't not mention with the Beatles with Her Majesty, Her Majesty. So that's honoring royalty right there, of course. Um, Rocket Queen, the last song on Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses. That's another one. Um, on Load, you have King Nothing. Yep, King Nothing, which I think is the fifth song on there. So that's pretty much royalty, and that's what kings are. They're pretty much nothing. They're just figureheads. They have power, but they don't have any real power, or they shouldn't. Um, King of the Nighttime World by Kiss on Destroyer. That's a nice title that has King in it. Uh, The Queen and the Soldier from Suzanne Vega. The third to last song on the album. Yeah, one of my favorite songs on this album. It's a very deep and moving song. I like it. So, and then now couple. My last two here are different example. How about something a little comedic? Okay, what kind of king would you be if you weren't a waffle king? And we're talking about Weird Al Yankovic and Alapalooza. So he's the waffle king, the second to last song. So and of course that's royalty, right? But look at that Bohemian polka. It's a polka, okay? All with but it's a It's a cover of Bohemian Rhapsody. So again, another Queen reference right there in this. So that was a little bonus. And this last one, I'm only presenting this because of the cover. It has no title or no song on there that has royalty, but it's something on the cover that has some royalty. It has a crown. So I'm considering that. Like a bonus little adage. So a crown on the front cover. So there is my video for my thread. Again, like I said, I didn't want to make it long. I'm not going to go through the usual endings. I'm just going to leave it here and say, everybody, please be safe. Take care. I'll see you on the flip side or the next video and the previous video if you're so inclined. And everybody have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace. Come on, stop it.